So I've just been out picking up a new package, and if anybody knows anything about astro, they will know the ZWO logo. It means astrophotography. So let me just tilt this down a wee bit. Let's open this up while I explain what it is. Actually, it says on the other side, if you can read there. It's the Seestar S30, which has finally arrived in Ireland. It's the newer but smaller version of the S50, also from ZWO. It weighs, I believe, around 1700 grams, and it's got a wide angle and a zoom angle. I think it's up to 150 mil. I'm not sure what the wide is. And it's got about 4,000 objects built into it. So I know you can't see my face, apologies. I'm just trying to show you the box here. I'm gonna go up just a little bit. I'll go back a little bit. But all controlled from an app, and tiny in size. You literally put this on a table, and from what I read, I don't know if it's all included in the box or not, but you get a solar filter and everything with it to take shots of the sun. But let's find out. This is it on the box, just folds up, put this on the table, open up. I'm assuming it works off the app and you have to go. I don't know for definite until I open it myself, but isn't this the exciting bit? Seestar, oh yeah, nice handy. A little bit of weight at 1700 grams, but I mean, come on, like my drone bag is bigger than this. Look, just as I said it, solar filter, taking shots of the sun. Now this is advertised that it can also be used for nature photographers doing wildlife. That's what the wide angle is for. Literally, that is the size of the thing. Picture of a power button there, so I'm assuming you turn that on, it comes up, but you may have to charge it first. And let me put that down there for a second. That's the tripod. Honestly, the tripod I have you guys standing on my counter is probably about the same size as this. So let me just see. But like I say, it's advertised as just a little tabletop thing. But it comes with built-in light pollution filters and everything. Like, it's supposed to be unreal. And this is going to open up. I will need to have a quick look at the instructions. It's not just a telescope. It's a camera. Like, this is actually going to show me stuff, and then it's going to photograph it for me. But it's going to take long exposure photographs for me. And as far as I know, it even stacks them and everything, and just gives you back the result, and you do your edit. So I think I've gone like 3 weeks without even seeing the sun, never mind the star. It's just been cloudy every single day. But I have a gap in the cloud tonight between 7 and 8, and it's, sorry, between 7 and 9. It's 8 now. So I don't really have time to go anywhere. I'm just going to fly up to the Phoenix Park because it's a little bit darker than my area. And I just want to see how this machine operates. Using the tripod that comes with it. It does have like a 3/4 thread if you want to put it on a normal tripod. I am just going to put it on the roof of my car and just hope that it's level. Now, I was doing a test of this back at the house, and I had to do a lot of calibration stuff and all, which I'm hoping I don't have to do for every shot, because it took about half an hour. I'm assuming I don't, and it was just because it was the first time. When you first get this, you connect it via Bluetooth, and then your Wi-Fi to your phone, and you have to press and hold for a minute and then double press, but that's only the first time you do it. After that, you can just press that and it'll work. Just hit the connect button here, give it a second to find it, and the Comet is behind me over, I'm up at the Paper Cross area, which is next to the American ambassador's residence, and that's where the Comet should be, because I can see the Big Dipper and it is underneath that. Now, it's the first time I tried to use it outdoors, and there we go. We have it powering on now. And it's fine. And this is the Seestar S30. Has a slightly bigger sensor than the first original S50. So, right, that's the saying it's connected. Let's just get back out of here. There we go, connected. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into the one that says stargazing. I'm going to pick comets, and I'm going to go to Comet Lemmon and press go to and watch. You'll see it just opens and turns by itself. It's completely silent. Not sure the sensor size yet. Like I said, it's the first time I've had it out. It's called the S30, but it's equivalent to a 150mm lens. And to be honest, I don't know how good or how bright the Comet is, because I haven't checked in a while whether 150mm is going to be good enough or not. But we're about to find out. I thought something had gone wrong there because it should be facing out there to the right now, where you can see on camera. And I can actually see the stars moving live on my phone. When I get it in, it will ask me to center the object. Now if I want, I can widen the box and all, so I can tilt it, turn it, it can do a mosaic for me, whatever. And I was worried when I first got this because I couldn't see anything about settings. Like, how do I do the settings, the ISO, the shutter speed and all that? It's all built in. It takes 10-second exposures, and the more it does, it just continues to take them until you stop. But the more it does, obviously the more detail it gets, and mosaic mode takes more. You can't change it to 30-second exposure, but ZWO, who make the object, recommend you stay at 10 seconds because it cancels shots with satellites and all in them. So at 10 seconds you're less likely to have your satellites and all. Right, now if you can see, I can see it. Wow, it's live on my screen right there. Can you see that? With the tail, that's live. So what I'm going to do, right, I don't know if this is going to work now, but let's just, object is centered. You can hear it talking. Wow, you can see it there? Now, I don't think that will work yet. You have to wait. Yeah, it's doing this calibration. Maybe you do have to do this for every shot. Calibration successful, moving to target 90%, it says. I'm sure once I get the hang of this, it'll be quick. I really want to get a shot of this Comet, and I'm hoping it'll show up. Now, like I say, it takes 10-second exposures. I'm just going to leave this running for as long as I can. As long as I know it's tracking the comet, you see, this is the thing, because comets move at a different rate. It comes with a light pollution filter, and so like an infrared filter or something or whatever. But if I just press like the light pollution filter here, you hear the thing clicking. It's like the filter just drops in, just goes click. Now here we go. What's I say? Preparing for the image enhancing. Again, 10%. So it has to do all this again. Now, this, I don't like this because it's taken a long time to do, and I've already done this back at the house doing a test, and now I have to do it again. It could just be possibly because I've moved it, like when you have a star tracker set up. Once you move it, you have to realign it again. It could just be that, but I'll only know, I'll take some shots of this, and I'll maybe say go to M31 Andromeda or something, or Pinwheel, Wheelbill, some sort of galaxy, and I'll see if we have to go through all this again or if it will just cover. We are at 67%, it's going fairly quick, 70. As soon as this is done, we should be good to take a shot. I'm just going to grab my glasses out of the car and I'll get back. Okay, so it just says it's auto-focusing at the minute. This again takes a good 30 seconds or something to get the autofocus perfect. But if it doesn't get it perfect, there's an actual focus button there. You can tap on that and that will autofocus for you. If it's not perfect, you can manually move it up and down. There, autofocus complete, it just said. About to perform the auto enhance. There we go. And she's shooting. See, it started 10 seconds. I can see it, I can see the tail. Wow, it's actually pretty cool. That's, now, there's your first 10-second shot. It's going to keep taking them. When it's finished, there's an AID noise button. Oh wow, did that just jump up to there? Yeah. Does that mean it's not tracking? Or it is, it could just giving us a zoomed in thing of it. I'm assuming it's tracking, it's all built into the Comet thing, because I don't see anything that says track. We've already done all this, so yeah, I'm going to let this run for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to have a look at it. And if it's tracking and all good, I'm going to let it go longer. So yeah, wish me luck. So when I pressed the joystick, you got the option to move it around. And when you had it centered, there was an option for track, and I hit track and I'm going again, and we're currently on 60 seconds. And look at it, can you see that? It is beautiful, and the satellite went through the image and it didn't cancel it. So if this can keep going, I'm going to leave it running. Yeah, a minute 10. Wow. Do you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to give this 2 minutes and then I'm going to start again, but I'm going to move the Comet down to here because I'm losing the tail. The tail's already gone off into the shot, and I know it has a really long tail. It goes on for millions of kilometers. This Comet Lemmon is at its closest approach to the Earth in 2 days' time. Well, as I'm recording this on the 19th of October, God knows when I'll post it, but I'm recording on the 19th of October. It's making its closest approach on the 21st. But there's another Comet Swan also, and it's close by to this one. I don't know, possibly if they got brighter and a wider field of view, you could get both of them in the same shot. I know people are getting it from the southern hemisphere. It's still possible to get, but I think it'll have to be wider than this. Also, there is the Atlas Comet is around as well, and there's another one starting with a W, but that's at magnitude 13 at the minute. So there's 4 comets in the sky. That potentially 3 of them are visible, but wow, this is looking beautiful. I'm just going to let this go 2 minutes, right? We're at a minute 50, and we're at 2 minutes there now. Right, I'm just going to stop this, and I'm just going to move the Comet down to this corner of the frame to see if I can go and get more tail. Let's stop this. Actually, if you stay on there, I can get a preview of the image we just took. Not bad at all. And then if you download it and do the enhancement, it's even better. But let me just, it's first time out with this. I know I could do a better review if I was playing around, but right, you see that white square? That's my joystick. If I tap on that, so, and I pick slow because I don't want it to move fast, and I'm going to just, all you do, press on it and slide your thumb down. Come on, down. Make a lie around me. Well, don't move too fast. I'm at the move. Okay, so right, sorry, it's the opposite way. I need to move up for it to go down. It's like the slow moves too slow, but the fast moves too fast, so you can't really win. You're just kind of playing with it. And stop. There, I reckon there, right in the corner, if you can see that. When I have it there, then I'll just press that again. I hit track, see that track? And there we go. And hit shoot. And I'm hoping we'll start to see even more of a tail coming up here. Now you can hit this button here and go back in and rotate the box so you see it going on an angle, so I could have the tail going straight up, but I haven't quite figured that out yet. Like I say, first test run out of it, but so far I am pretty impressed. I don't think I can go enhance the shot and all while I'm working on this image, but like we're what 10 seconds in and I'm already seeing the tail. Like, this is an impressive piece of kit. Like, it's one of the smallest, I was going to say telescopes, right, but for me, I know I saw people giving out about this. For me, when I say the word telescope, I expect to be able to visually look through it and see. So what this is an imaging scope. Oh, there's a fox out there running in front of the car. Oh, he just made it. Good. I was hoping he wouldn't get banged the car. Sorry. It is a telescope, but it is a photographic telescope. You cannot see through it. So an imaging scope, as you call it. But so far, I am super impressed. Look at the tail and the Comet. Wow. I haven't looked up how many millions of kilometres away it is yet, but I will soon. I'll get it in. And I don't have long of clear skies, but if I can get a couple of nice shots of this with loads of detail, I just want to quickly swing around, like, let me see. Andromeda Galaxies up there, because I can see Keshe up here. So I'm going to get a shot on M31 Andromeda. And maybe, while the Big Dipper is there, right, actually, yeah, you've got the Pinwheel and the Whirlpool Galaxy are also somewhere in the region of this comet as well. So I'm shooting at 150mm. There is the option to go wide angle, but like it's super wide because this can also do landscape stuff during the day, which is pretty cool. I was also playing around with it earlier, and it has a tracker. So like in the drones, you just draw a box around the thing that you want to track, say your car, and you drive off and it will follow your car around, which is pretty awesome. And this is just getting cooler and cooler. Right, leave it with me for a while and I'll get back to this. Well guys, we are 6 minutes and 25 seconds in. And I am seriously impressed by this thing. Obviously, it has figured out when I did the track thing that it can track the comet and the stars separately. Now, look, I can't even do that in Photoshop. I have to go into Deep Sky Stacker with a comet shot, and I have to manually click on the nucleus, which is the center green bit, usually green anyway, of every comet image to tell it where the comet is, to stack the comet separately and stack the stars separately. Like, and it takes a long time to do. This tiny little piece of equipment is doing it for me. I think this is around $570. This scope I got out in Ktec telescopes there off the M50 if anyone wants one. Obviously I need to put it through more testing, but wow, I'm seriously impressed with this, how well this is tracking and not moving the stars. And we're only at 6 minutes 50. I read somewhere the recommendation is 15 minutes to get like a good decent shot of anything. I rotated this so it's shooting a mosaic and starting again. It'll start off with this piece, but then it'll start adding pieces on all the way around, because I widened the box so that we could get more of the tail, and I rotated it hoping that I could get it going straight up. So let's see. I'm going to do this shot and then I'm going to try it out on some galaxies or something. Let's leave this running for a bit and hope for no star trails. See the way that they're filling in a bit there on the side? It'll keep doing that like until it's all the way around. And then I press the magic wand for the enhance there. And I believe you get a couple of options to play around with: contrast and colour and brightness. That's all really. What we do have here, M3, a galaxy. So we can move that into the box. It's not really what I was going after, but while I'm there, and if I press that and just, you can do mosaic and whatever, but just leave that there. And I press go to, and you should see the blue box moving across. The blue box is the telescope, which is up on Comet Lemmon. So it might be a bit low, but we'll see it. When it perfectly aligns, then it'll tell you it's good.
Almost immediately after 30-40 seconds, it said, stacking failed, not enough stars, which is really weird. Rather than go again and wasting time, I'm just going to go back into stargaze and I'm going to try some galaxies. I'm going to hit galaxies. I'm going to go for Andromeda, right, because it's one of the biggest galaxies out there. Let me just go back onto this. M31 it should be. Oh, there's nebulas as well, and I think there was a filter for them. I'll do a quick Andromeda because I'm half tempted, there we go, Andromeda, to go nebulous and see what it's like. I'm not sure how you turn the other filter on. Maybe when you just click nebulous it gives you the option. It's like an IR filter, infrared filter or something, so I must try that and see. This is not an equatorial mount. There is a button you can press on it that says equatorial, but I was reading up, it's not an equatorial mount, like, so it's an Altaz mount, like. So it'll swing like left, right, up and down, like not like an equatorial goes at an angle. There's Andromeda right there. Now I can wait till that comes in, I can try center that a bit more. There. Oh, there, it's after doing it for me. There you go. And yeah, it's shooting away there now, but I'm just going to stop that for a second because I just want to I'm going to hit the focus, so the autofocus, which is pretty damn good, but you can play around with it there if you want. And then this, I'm just going to hit the track button on this. There we go. And now we're going to start. Now this is the Andromeda. When I shoot the Andromeda Galaxy, I rotate my camera just because I just don't like the angle that it's at. Sorry, my microphone was just tucked into my top there. I just don't like the angle that it's at. It's like it's upside down. I prefer it when you have it turned up the other way and the other little galaxy at the side of it. But again, we're going to have to give this a few minutes and see how it looks. You should just about get some of the dust lanes coming out of the core, but the fact that it doesn't blow out the core and all that was really cool because the core is very bright to center. There you go. See the way that just jumped up? There's a second galaxy there. I can't remember the name of that one, to be honest. But yeah, it's like it's just it's upside down, like the core or the ball is at the bottom, and the thing, so I always flip it around the other way. It just looks nicer. Okay, some of the things didn't work out. What I did notice when I went to download a file to save, it had automatically saved all the images I took into my phone's gallery. I don't know what size the shots are, but I could look at them. I struggled a bit with the galaxies. Now I did do a test at home and it was fairly good on Andromeda, but here it kept losing tracking on the stars. But still, overall, I'm pretty impressed, especially with the shots I got. Like, we tried M3, M101, M31, all the galaxies, Comet Swan and Comet Lemmon. Lemmon was the main thing I came out with, and I'm pretty impressed. So I'm gonna leave it there for now. I'll show you all the shots here, see what I said. Well, all the shots. The only one that really worked out is Lemmon, and even then, like, it's not perfect, but we're just gonna press close arm here, look, and watch this. That should be it. It's so cool. I love the way you don't have to do any polar alignment whatsoever. It just knows where it is for the size of that thing. You can put it on a regular tripod as well. For once we have blue skies, gorgeous sunny day in Dublin, so I'm going to show you how the Seestar performs on the sun as well.
I have clear skies, but the sun is really low, so I've just put my little fire pin on top of my garden couch there with the Seestar on it, just so I can see over the fence behind me there. Now, literally power on. I open the app and I just need to get the solar filter. It's very difficult to see, but this is the solar filter that actually comes with the Seestar. So I just, am I opening that the right way? Sorry, open this. Obviously I need to open the Seestar. This is a magnet, so it just clicks straight onto it. So first thing to do, if you can see on this screen, actually I'm gonna just flip these around so I can show you my screen. Go to the Seestar app, and actually first thing I need to do is just connect it to the internet. There we go, connection. Sorry, it just took a minute. So first thing I'm going to do before I do anything is just open the arm, just pressing that button, and you'll see it slowly starting to open here, just so I can connect the solar filter. No noise off it. I love how silent it is. Now, while playing around with this over the last couple of nights, even though it was mostly cloudy, what I've discovered is, because I was wondering how you set your exposures and all, it figures it out for you. It's automatically set to take 10-second exposures, and I'll just take multiple shots of that and stack them. But you can change it anywhere from 20, 30 and 60 seconds. But it's recommended that you keep it at the 10, because if you get any star trailing, it just bins the shot. Now, I thought that meant it was going to bin the full image. Now, it could have been shooting for half an hour, but it's not. It just bins that 10 seconds, which is dead handy. Right, so now we have the arm open. Let's just take this solar filter and just literally click, and now there we go. If I go back to the app, I'm hoping you can see this with the sun. I go to solar system and I just picked sun there, go to, sorry, 1 second. I'm trying to hold this and do it, and then press go gazing, and it'll tell you, oh, it's telling me to calibrate it. Okay, to calibrate, you just spin it around a couple of times, as you can see there on the screen. So just give me a second to do that, okay? I've got a little green circle, and it's moving up in bits the more I turn this. Let me see if I can quickly just show you, sorry, before I move on, if you can see my, oh, I know the sun's there, sorry. But there is a green there, and the more I turn, the more that goes up. So once that is completely filled, sorry, let me get this up there. Once that's completely full, then it's calibrated. That's how simple it is. Literally just keep turning it. So we're halfway there. My dog is under my feet here. My dog is named Cosmo. He's actually named after the stars, and he hasn't been out under the stars yet. He's only a puppy, but he will be. Now, there we go. It says calibrated. So I'm going to put the lights back facing me. And let me straighten this up. I'm just going to hit complete. And now, make sure your solar filter is installed. Yes, it is, and start observing. And it's finding the sun, so you should slowly see that starting to move. Show you, let me face away from the sun, sorry. I'll sit down here for a second. I face away from the sun, you may be able to see. So up in the top left corner, you'll probably just see my reflection there, sorry. You get what's called your wide angle view. So you can see all the clouds and all, which you can never normally see in the solar filter, which is really good. So it's saying failed to find the sun, okay? That's just because some clouds went over for a second. But all I do, hopefully you can see my screen there, I can move this screen until it's on the sun, and that will lock it in for me. And then I get a bigger view over here, and you can zoom in ×2 or ×4. So let me just find the sun, because I need my two hands to do it. And okay, so now I'm just coming into the house for a minute just to make it a bit easier to see. You can see the bits of cloud going over, but these are the massive sunspots on the sun now. And this is your wide angle view, so you can see if there's a bird or a plane or anything coming by that wants to fly by. I'm going to go back to 2x there. Let's give it a second. There you go, you can see the full disc. Oh, there's a bird just flew by as I've done it. And back to 1x. It just takes a second. And there you go, you can see the full disc of the sun. And like I say, if it's too bright, you press that plus or minus button. Let's bring it back down a bit, because it's very bright there now. Out there, maybe even right in the middle. That's perfect, but you can see the clouds going over it. But the shot that comes out is really good, and all I'm doing, I just press this, boom, takes a quick shot, and it says there, save the Seestar. You can press OK. If you want to have a look at the image, click there, and there's the image you just took, and you can
zoom in, you can see the clouds and the sunspots. Sorry for the dog barking there. But as soon as the cloud goes, I'm going to get a nice shot and show us. Dog wants to come back outside. I'm waiting for that bit of cloud to pass. There's only one bit of cloud right where the sun is, of course. I'll give you a quick brief from my last couple of nights. Even though I had cloud, I was going out and I was getting a few shots. And I was trying to figure out, you know, how you do the exposure and all. It automatically does it. You literally bring it out, put it on the roof of your car or whatever, and you just open up the app. You can sit inside or sit in your house like I can do now and have this out in the garden at night time. But we're shooting the sun now, we have the solar filter on it. But if you want to shoot a galaxy or anything, it automatically goes to it. You just press Andromeda Galaxy, it'll go to it, it'll take 10-second exposures and it'll continuously do them on the mount that it's on, the Alt-Az mount. But you can switch the equatorial mount, and you can put it on a tripod as well, but you do need the little head so you know what angle you're at. Like in Ireland, we're at 53 degrees north, so you have to put it to 53 degrees north so it can polar align and stuff. But if I switch to a nebula, there's another filter in it, an IR filter for the reds, and it automatically just kicks in, because I was wondering, how do you get this other filter? It kicks in automatically and knows when it's going to a nebula and it has all these reds, red glowing stuff in space, whatever you call it, red nebulosity and stuff. The filter automatically kicks in and it just switches over to red and it picks up all the red. And I've been testing it out on loads of these shots over the last couple of nights. Now, only from my garden, and I'm doing like 10-minute exposures of 10-second shots. Now, if you want, you can do multiple shots of that and stack all them later. There's actually software in the app itself to stack them as well. Like, but if you want, you can always just plug it into your computer and bring them over to Photoshop and stack them that way. But when the filter kicks in, this is a couple of shots I got, some from the garden and some from up in the park. Well, the Comet I shot up in the park. It's making its closest approach to the sun today on the 8th of November. Anyway, yeah, these are some shots I got of Lemmon from up in the park, and the rest of these shots I actually shot from my garden here in light pollution, like a Bortle 7 sky or something, which anyone knows anything about Bortle skies, that's really bright. And it also comes with a light pollution filter. This is brilliant that all these filters are built in, and I thought I would have to hit the light pollution filter. I tried it out and it was actually too dark with the light pollution filter, and it works perfect without it. Even when the moon was out, I couldn't believe it. So didn't use any filters for this apart from the IR filter, which is an automatic thing that kicks in when you're doing nebulas to pick up the reds. So here's a few of the shots here, going from the California Nebula, the Eastern Veil, the Western Veil, Andromeda Galaxy, the Elephant Trunk Nebula. I can't remember what else I shot. I was just pointing to random things where I had gaps in the clouds. If I had a clear night now, I'd love to try it on Orion, which I'm hoping for soon. I was going to try it this morning because it was clear. Like it would have been nicely high at about 3 in the morning, just as the sky was due to clear, but the moon was sitting right on top of Orion. Now it probably still would have worked, like I said, but I didn't want to try it. Anyway, if these clouds have cleared, let me get a shot. Just looking at the app, even though it looks clear up there, I can still see the clouds coming across, so it hasn't cleared yet. So what I'm going to do, there's also a video option and a time-lapse option. I'm going to hit that time-lapse button just because I haven't tried it out yet. There, it's shooting away in the time-lapse, so this could actually be good for the likes of an eclipse, you know, if you want the time-lapse or so. I'm definitely going to bring this to Spain with me next year when I go on the 12th of August to shoot the total solar eclipse from Spain. And, okay, we're looking pretty good now for clouds, so I'll leave it for a minute, just make sure it's passed on the time-lapse, see what it does. You can also video it if you want. And the fact that, like, everything's done for you, it's a bit too easy, to be honest. Like, I'm not going to say it takes away from the joy of astrophoto, because it certainly doesn't. If anything, it increases it for me. Some people say, oh no, I love going out, and I do love going out taking my shots. But this, like, the fact that I don't have to do any polar aligning, I don't have to do anything. I just put this on a table, and it automatically knows where it is, calibrates itself. Well, apart from that one calibration, but that's just because I haven't used it in a week. But yeah, there's clouds moving back over there now. I'll show you just a little quick time lapse. Like, I'm not doing anything with it, but I'll show you just what it does in the video here. And as soon as it gets cleared, we'll get an actual shot of this. You can see my screen there is still clouds going across it. But over on the right hand side, there's a button that says RAW. So if you want to shoot in RAW, which obviously you do if you're going to do edits, but for the likes of this, I don't really need it. But if you want it, you can hit the RAW files and send them out. Oh, there's a bird after flying by while we're doing the time lapse. That's pretty cool though. Also, I've hit that top button on the right there, which will just keep the sun centered, so I don't have to keep moving it or anything. It's typical, it's been clear all morning, and as soon as I go to get a shot of the sun, the cloud comes in. Still, I'm pretty impressed with this. going to quickly turn on the screen recorder on my phone. See if I can show you it's on the side of the video here. So, start recording. Okay, so I've opened up the Seestar app, as you can see here, and I'm just going into solar system, and I'm going to pick the sun, and I'm going to press go to, and it's going to say just make sure you have your solar filter installed and start observing, and I'm going to hit OK, and it's going to start finding the sun for me. Now I already had it on, but it's going to go again. Now sometimes it will fail to find the sun because I don't have it high enough, maybe it's barely over the thing. So see that failed to find the sun, that's okay. You just press got it, and you press on this button here, which is your joystick. I'm just going to switch to fast or slow, and you press on it and pull down or left and right. So I'm just going to go top of the fence there, and I'm going to move across to the right until I actually can see the sun. Move back up a bit. There she is. And now I'm just going to switch on to slow, and I'm going to slowly center it, and you can see the sun coming in there. Now if I hit that button again, the joystick goes off. This button will center it. See that enable target correction? It's going to center it for you, and it's going to keep it centered. So you just press OK. Now I'm going to hit the autofocus, which is there, and you hear it saying autofocusing, and that will zoom in and out until it gets it perfectly focused. You can manually do it by moving it up and down, but to be honest, this does it perfectly fine. Autofocus completed, it says. Now you get the wide angle up the top as well, which is really cool, so you can see if anything's flying by or anything. You can hit this 2x button here to zoom in, 2x, give it a second. Or if you want to go again, go 4x, give it a second again, and there you go. And you can just move your hand like this to move it around. Look at all those sunspots there, pretty cool. To be a lot sharper now if there wasn't cloud gone by it. But you can always hit your focus button again if you want there, autofocus. Just give it a second, it'll zoom in and out. You can hear it zooming in and out on the thing. Autofocus completed, it says. And there you go. And you can just drag your thumb around to move this around. Then to take a picture, you literally just go, click, there you go, picture saved, press OK. If you want to see the picture, just open up the app. There you go, there's a picture. You can zoom in, you can see all those sunspots. Now, our focus actually, I know I said autofocus, but there's cloud going over, so I'm just going to go back out of there, and I'm just going to go back to 2x so I can see the full sun, the full disk of the sun. If it's starting to drift over, drag it over with your thumb. When you have it perfectly centered about there, hit that top button again with the picture of the planet. It says keep target in the center of the screen. Okay, and that will keep tracking it there. So there you go, that looks fairly clear there now, so I'm just going to hit photo. There you go, another photo. If you want to go into time-lapse mode, you can go into time-lapse mode there and start, and it'll do a little time-lapse, or video mode as well as there. And that's it, you can go in and sit inside now, and that's shooting away for you. Pretty good, huh? Well, my screen recorder is still going there. Sorry, I'm at the pressing the button, so I was probably going to shake a bit there. I can go through some of the other buttons. Obviously, there's the help button down the bottom here. But here on the right hand side, you can see RAW. If you hit that, it'll shoot in RAW files. I can't hit it now because it's in the middle of doing time lapse. But you can hit a RAW file. So obviously, you're going to get more quality from the RAW file. Above that is your joystick. You just tap that to move it around. Above that is your focus button, and the other one, the plus and minus button there. Let me just stop that for a second and I'll show you. Okay, there's your RAW file. You just hit that, you're shooting in RAW. Your joystick to be able to move it around, and you just press it again to knock it off. Your focus, as I just showed you there, the focus. The top one is just to keep it aligned, and this one here, the plus and minus. If you can't see it, if it's too dark, you can brighten it up. Let me just, it takes a second there, and there you go. You see how bright it is there, just if you can't see it. That's pretty good as well, isn't it? And again, you can just lower back down, and you can zoom out again if you want. So say you're shooting an eclipse and you want it wider. Let me just, there you go. You can pick up all the corona and all around that. And that's a bit too bright for me, so I'm just going to bring it back to what it was, right in the centre there. Perfect. Grand. I just need that cloud to feck off.
stop that time lapse. That's been running for exactly 30 minutes. Now I had it on 2x. 2x brings the sun up to fill your screen edge to edge. So the sun's edges will be touching. I left it running for 30 minutes to see how much it would drift off. It hasn't moved. I can't believe it. Perfectly tracking, which means it's going to be good for an eclipse. So for now, I'm just going to stop this. I'm going to take the solar filter off. Well, actually I'm going to face it away from the sun before I take my solar filter off. There you go. Put that back in its case. And another option on this, I can't show you right now at the minute, but I'm just going to tell you, an option on this Seestar is, it has a nature option. So basically you can use it for daytime stuff as well, for photography, for videos and stuff, but it has a tracking feature like this Osmo Pocket that I'm using. I move this around, it follows my face, but this can do it as well. So you can test it like with a car going by or with an airplane in the sky. You lock onto the plane and say track, and it tracks it for you, moves across the sky. Or if you want to film yourself walking around doing stuff, it will follow you as well, which is really cool. I haven't gotten to try that feature out yet. And the other thing, the one more, not a filter as such, but it's called an anti-dew. So if you're out at night time doing astrophotography, especially on, well, I guess cold nights, but it's more nights where there's no wind, because it can happen on warm nights as well. But dew will form on your lens, and once it starts forming, you can't get rid of it. I mean, you can wipe it off, but it'll be back again like a minute later. So I would normally use hand warmers or a dew heater strip. This has it built in. Again, button on the right there, you just go into settings, hit dew heater, and it heats up, so stop any dew. Like, I can't fault this machine. So I'm just going to do another quick screen record here. So you see your stargazing, solar system, and your scenery. Obviously, stargazing, galaxies, nebulas, anything like that. Solar system is your sun, moon, and all your planets. You can just click in and there, see there, and press go to, and just click back. That's your scenery one I was telling you about for your daytime stuff. I'm not going to go into that now. Let's just get back out there. Sorry. Okay, this also, there is a list of tutorials that you get up here on your screen, so you can watch videos going all the way across. They're not showing up now just because I haven't knocked it off there. Recommended comes up about stuff that's in the sky tonight. This is recommended what's worth shooting tonight, which is really cool. Very good feature. We go into my album here. This is the stuff I've just shot. So this is our time lapse that we just done. We can watch it back here, or we can watch some of the other shots, the moon shots that we've taken, nebulas, galaxies, and so on. This is all the other things we've been shooting during the week, trying out comets, all sorts. That's where you'll find all them. This, you can create a plan here, so you can set it up. Say you can expand this with your fingers. I think you tap on it and expand it, and you set it up to shoot a certain target at a certain time. For say I want to start at 7 o'clock shooting the Pleiades, and I want to shoot that for an hour, and then I want to switch to Andromeda, and I want to shoot that for half an hour, and then I want to shoot Comet Lemmon then for another half an hour after that. And you can set that all up here, and you just press this button here, the execute button, and it walks away for you. It does it all for you. Just hit create plan. That will do that for you. Go back. The deep sky stack is where I was showing you. You can add all your images and stack them all up again if you want to take hundreds of those longer ones and do them. What else is there in I wanted to show you? Down here is your sky atlas, so you can see everything that's happening in the night sky. You can just zoom out there, see everything. Now, the Large Magellan Cloud, you know, that's on southern hemisphere. So what we can do, we can hit ground here, and this will show us where. Let me actually just hit this compass as well before you. Okay, so you can move it around like that. But that's when you have it on compass. If you knock the compass mode off, it will freeze, and you can just do that, move it around. But you know, anything below the ground line there now is in the southern hemisphere, or it's just below the ground, so we can't see it. You can add your grid lines if you want, so that way you know the moon and all the planets follow the same line in the sky, so you'll be able to find all them. I normally just turn them off. If you want to find an object in the sky, obviously you just hit the search button. These are all the lists. This gives you tonight's best. So it says M42, which is the Orion Nebula, M1, M27, M31, Andromeda, and so on. And the best nebulas, best galaxies, the best clusters, best planets to see tonight, which is planet Jupiter. And then you've got the moon, the sun, and comets as well. You can click, you get a list of all the comets there, so you don't even have to look up what comet you're looking for. It's all there listed. What else we got here? I'm just going to turn them grid lines off. You have framing here. So this is red square or rectangle you have here. This is what you're actually shooting.
So if you hit framing here and you want to make that you want to make that bigger, that red square, to fit more in, you can just expand that there and say, let me just zoom out there and find something in particular that we want to show. Yeah, okay, Cygnus, right, let's go there. So you know the North American nebula there is in the middle. Okay, let me zoom in a bit there. So it's going to show you this is what you're shooting. Whatever's inside that red square, see all that nebula, you frame it where you want it. But if it's slightly off, you can hit framing again and call it up. And you can use this to rotate your rectangle left and right so you can fit it in exactly where you want it. And then once you press go to your box, you probably
finding object.
I know it is. It said find an object now, but I'm just going to stop that because obviously you can't find it. It's daytime at the minute. It's not going to find it, but it's just that will just log in. There's a Sky Atlas, sorry, you had on there, but back out there. There's the one on the corner called Me, which is all your login detail, all your stuff will be saved. I just haven't set up an account or logged in yet, but this is where you'll find firmware updates, device info, your Wi-Fi that you're connected to, your focus, your volume. If you want it loud, low, or mute, I have it on loud just so I can hear it when I'm out. This is where you find the anti-dew I was telling you about as well. You can just turn that on so it'll heat up so you don't get dew. Image watermark, if you want the watermark, now the watermark will be just Seestar S30, so you just turn that off. Indicators for do not disturb. So if you're out at night time, this has lights on the front of it. Now the red lights shouldn't affect you too much, but if you did want to turn them off, you just turn that on and that should turn the red lights off on the Seestar there. And that's just, oh yeah, it works. That's the first time to try that. So it does work. Lights come on and off, and then there's advanced features, and then to switch the Seestar off, you just slide that across. Now there's also a community where you can find all other people and chats and stuff and all, but what is even more cool, although I couldn't get it to open it, there's a button here called Nearby, and if you press that and you can zoom in and out, and this will show you all the other Seestars in your area, which is amazing, and all the images that they've uploaded. So here's the Phoenix Park. I live near the Phoenix Park, so somebody has 23 images from this location in the Phoenix Park, so somebody's been up here with one day shooting, and I could click on that to see their images, although it doesn't seem to be opening now for some reason. Maybe the signal is just weak because I have this closed or something. But I can see all that person's images that they've taken, which is so cool. Or I zoom across, this guy has 13 images up. This guy has 129 images and he's shooting down by the coast somewhere nearly. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. You can zoom right out and see them all over the country. Look, you can probably even zoom out of Ireland and you can look all over the UK, Europe. So everybody will see Seestar. That's as far as I can zoom out, but you can move around. That has posted images in this community. I can see all their stuff just by clicking on. There you go. I want to see this guy's images and go on and see his images. So that's pretty sweet. And the community as well, where you can go on and have the chats and all. And then the Seestar is just back to normal. The stargazing again. That's just to go live on the sun. We're going to take it off the sun though because we're done with that now. Solar system, like I said, there's all their planets and stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Pretty sweet, and then when I finish, you can just press close arm there to close her up. And I'm going to go back into. Sorry, did I show this? I did. I think I showed this in my album. That's where all the stuff is saved. And sometimes if you go in here and you can't see your pictures, like a time lapse, and you click right here. It says saved at the top. Beside that it says Seestar. So if you go onto that, that's your original raw files and stuff. Where the actual saved is the one that has the ones that you may have done in edit, like there's the California Nebula, the first one in the middle here. I'll bring it up to the top, and the one beside it is the edit I done on it. So as well as having the thing to clean it up at the end, you also get 3 things to kind of play around with the shot. It's just you get saturation, so you can bring the colour up a bit, and you get contrast and you get brightness, so you can brighten it, darken it, but bring up the contrast a lower down and do a bit of saturation a lower down. That's all you get to do on this. If you want to do any more, you need to bring it over to some other software like Photoshop or something. But again, you can slide between all this, and that's pretty much it for now. If I go back onto me and just go up to the bottom of this page, slide across,
shutting down,
and you'll hear it saying shutting down, and that's it. So overall, I love this piece of equipment. Video is not sponsored, but I do have to give a shout out to Ktec telescopes who gave me this. I think they're around $570 on their website now, but To be honest, I mean, you couldn't get a telescope or a camera for 570, and to get both built in, and like, you don't need to have any experience with this. This is what's so cool. Like I say, you just go out, put it outside, open the app, and it does it all for you. I'd highly recommend them. So I think I'm gonna call it quits for this week. So hope you enjoy all the pictures. You know, the usual: like, subscribe, follow, hit the bell, whatever that, the usual stuff. Until next time, please, guys.
I'm finally getting to shoot a Rhine. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm currently shooting the Flame and the Horsehead Nebula, and I've just done the Rhine and the Running Man Nebula. And looks pretty nice so far. Anyway, I'm just going to do like a single nice long 10-minute shot or something of each, and I'll show you here then. Well, that's a Rhine on the back of my phone. That's without even doing anything with it. That is unbelievably cool. There's a big aurora just starting out there now, and we'll see if I can go and get some shots. The battery's low on this now, but that's class.